Hello friends, welcome to channel Reza Blade. I'm your friendly neighborhood Reza. Today I'm reviewing 5 new MoYou London plates from their popular Paradise collection. I've done a bunch of nail art for this one. Beautometry was kind enough to send these guys to me and has patiently allowed me to play with them. So, oh, I've got some glue on here still. Okay, anyway, so I hope you like the look of those. I'm going to explain what I did, of course, as usual. First, I should show you, well, first I should probably tell you who I am. If you're new here, welcome. I do my own nail art product review videos, tech tutorials, tips, tricks, etc. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it or learn anything, or you know, whatever, if it was mildly entertaining, and comment to tell me what you liked, and of course let me know any questions you have. Don't hesitate to subscribe. I do have giveaways from time to time, and I'd like to think that you just want to be part of our little family where I talk to my friends and we talk about nail art and stamping and things. So anyway, thank you so much for coming today. I'm giving a speech at church, right? Okay. Anyway, products are going to be in the description box as usual, so links for those. And then I do have, because these are layering plates, I'm going to show you the swatches in just a second. I've previewed how you kind of set these things down. So, you know, sometimes it can be challenging, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But these are pretty cool plates. Let me go ahead and show you. As usual, these are called, no, I'm trying to say two things at once. Anyway, these are Paradise 7 through 11. And on top of the swatches, I've kind of shown you how I played with some of the layers on some of the plates. This is a really good thing to do if you get a layering plate to just sort of, you can do it on, here's a mess up. I couldn't figure out what exactly I got wrong. Sometimes these are like doing a jigsaw puzzle without the edges to help you, and without any picture on the front, because you have to find your own pictures. But I promise they turn out just fine. I copied a bunch of this stuff from photos. I didn't quite work out that one, but I figured it out for the, you know, for the actual plate. And here's one I got the tiger right. Here, let me show you how I got it wrong before. See? I couldn't figure out where to put the edges. Anyway, we're going to go through the plates now. I don't have a big enough workspace. Anyway, this is 11. I don't know why I'm starting with this on the front page. But with plate 11, you get a bunch of different silhouettes to sort of build scenes. You know, you've got dolphins. You've got these steps. I used the steps with the palm trees in 2 different nails, one night and one day. So that's how an example of how you can use that. You've got a sailboat and a few different structures. You've got water to put together with the ripples and everything. And you've got silhouettes to make a scene out of. You have, here's your sun. Here's your moon. There's a full moon too if you want. You've got some cacti or succulents. Really cool plate here. I had a lot of fun playing with it, and I think you'll enjoy what I put together for you on this one. I'm just going to let those float to the ground. You can build your own little multi-dimensional flowers. See, with the layers, you lay down one color and then another color on top of that. This chameleon, it can be a bit tricky. It took me 3 times practicing to get it right, but I think he's really rewarding. Pascal, the chameleon from Tangled, I did a green one that reminded me of him. And then here's all these different flowers, tropical leaves, etc. you can build. And one of the reasons this is so cool is because if you actually look at this, look at the plants themselves, this opens you up to so much variety. I'm going to grab some of my pictures now just so I can kind of show you how amazing this is. But so here's just one example of the varieties and different colors of the tropical leaf plants you can do. So there's that. I want to show you. I made begonias and I made some other house plants with these things. It's just so cool. So look at these different leaves. All of them, like, you can do all sorts of stuff with these leaves. My favorite was kind of where it breaks down. Here's some more of those. Look at the pink interspersed in there. And then, you see? Anyway, it was just really cool to see all the variety of things you can make with this plate. Here are a couple of examples with what they did. And then I did what you will see in a minute. I'm going to put this aside now since I've shown it to you. And the begonias too. All right, so what else do I have to show you? Here is the plate that I've put together for you as far as the, well, I thought I left it on top so I could talk about it a little bit more. So like I said, sometimes these are like, you know, you don't quite know with the jigsaw puzzles, but the koala was fairly straightforward and the giraffe was really easy. So let me see if I still have where I built a giraffe. See, I put him together right the first time. So it just helps, you know, you can even use your lint roller because anything will stick to, you know, that sticky paper. So yeah, just use your lint roller and practice the way that I did. So one of the other things that I find very helpful with layering plates that are based on real things, the reason I printed out these photos is because that is what I always grab when I'm layering and I'm trying to mimic something real. I look at where the white is and where the yellow is. In fact, this was my example for my bird mani. I'm going to show you in a second so that you can compare it directly. But you do want to have something to kind of look at. Here's an example of a koala, and that helped me figure out what color went on the outside there, because I thought everything in the middle was kind of white before I looked at a picture of him again. So it really does help you out. All right, that's going to go on the ground too. So here's what I used when putting together my leopard, right? So, and then you already saw me get the lion right. So as far as our leopard goes, I'm going to show you how it turns out when you actually do it on the nail. So these may not look like much of anything on this sheet of paper here, but I promise it's a lot of fun. They're beautiful. So let me get to the last swatches and then I can finally start telling you how I did all these things. So I have never seen a plate with so many butterfly options that are kind of modeled after real butterfly life. Here's a rose and then another, maybe a rose, maybe another flower, and some greenery here and greenery over here. But other than that, just an amazing amount of butterflies for you. So what did I do next? I gave you an amazing amount of butterflies for you. So I pretty much promise, maybe 50%. But if there's something you see in real life that you want to mimic, this is a really good plate as far as your options go. And then here I have some more butterflies of North America. Of course, you don't have to get into all this detail. I just wanted to show you some of the pictures you can draw from if you need some inspiration. So lots of options in the world. Let me talk about the very last plate. Actually, this is number 8, so it's actually toward the beginning. Nope, I lied. This is number 10. No, 10 is the other one. I'm right. First try, 8. Why do I doubt myself? Anyway, so you have the layer options here for the, you know, beak and things. You've got non-layered leaves, but you can layer them, which I'm going to show you how I did that. I did layer these leaves. But also these really cool stripes. I use these throughout my process. These were on one plate, number 8, but I use them in a lot of the different manis. And here is the bird that I told you to remember earlier. You see those pieces, and then there's a little bit of tail here too. So I put together that bird right there. See? I think I did all right. I'm very happy with them, I think. Anyway, so that is all the actual plates. So I did, this is where I got the picture of the flamingo I showed you earlier. Anyway, lots of options as far as what you can play with on here. So the butterfly, let me go into these. Oh, I mean, there, showing you things. This is a good example of the silhouette stuff I talk about in a minute. All right, I'm done with my my presentation of all your inspo photos. So let's get to the first mani. It was from plate 7, Butterflies and Leaves. This is on KB Shimmer's O Splat is the polish base. And I just used simple layering for all the images except these leaves, which I stole from somewhere else in the multi-plate pack that I got. So Parrot, Spread Your Wings mani. Let me see where that is. Okay, here are the notes I said. I do a blue sky gradient, but you really can't see that very clearly. I did a bit of a subtle shift that ended up just being too subtle. So for the leaves that weren't specifically layering leaves, I just double stamped them to give them a multi-green dimension. I did the same thing somewhere else, but I don't remember exactly where. So that is the next one, the Spread Your Wings mani. And you see those lines of patterning that I told you just go anywhere. And then other than that, pretty straightforward. Just do a quick dry top coat and then a mattifying coat under that. So now the ethereal polish. What polish was this? Lolly. So I chose this because I love the polish. And I'm not sure I got the best chameleon, but I do like the look of the whole mani. And then for the tropical leaves, I did the thing where it's just like a multi-pattern, multicolor stamping where you can put like a green here and then a yellow green here and then swipe it and pick it up and it'll be kind of modeled. That's how I got this one right there. So, but I just put some things together for that mani. I wanted to show you how to use plate 9 because it's a really useful one. Next is our animal print gradient. So what did I want to tell you on this? This one was the hardest for me, but I did practice on my sheet of paper and I got it down and then I did it. I did one gradient for the middle nails and then a different gradient for the external nails. And you can see I did use some gold glitter, but also I used that leopard print shimmer in gold, that leopard print stripe in gold. Same down here, just to give it a little bit of a something extra. I like this one. This isn't the one I would normally, like for me, wear, but I would love doing this on some of these nails all day. These layers of these guys were kind of harder for me to pick out because I'm just not that way. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. It doesn't work in layering, but once I figured them out, they look so cool. I wouldn't have it any other way. So that's what I did. My desert mauves, I'm going to tell you about now. You can probably see all the various silhouettes that I was playing with. And those were, of course, from plate number 11. See, a lot of that stuff is from plate 11. So here's the big cactus and the moon and the car. So, and I did a gradient for these nails as well. I was just on a gradient, I guess. A gradient tear. Anyway, so those are those. As far as this one, the color story kind of spoke to me and I wanted to kind of think about a family going to maybe California for vacation or something. So that's all I have to say about that. The next for the swatch sticks are, I went in an order when I took my notes and I got to follow it. So for these, this is a set of 2 focal nails. By the way, any of these swatch sticks or anything that I show you can totally be like one nail art nail in an otherwise solid or gradient base. The rest of them, like the other 4 nails, it could just be normal and you could do a focal point if, time is short. You don't want to spend 2 hours on reverse stamping. Anyway, so what I did for these is I just used a basic gradient for both colors in Paradise Plate 11. After I stamped the stairs, I positioned the palm trees, and then for each set, I put like a hollow or an almost glittery polish over the stairs. This sun is, of course, reverse stamped with a kind of a sparkle orange in the middle. And that's all I have to say about these, I think. It was just an idea I had. I hope they're good. The Angel Trumpets one I have next for my explanation. If you see these, I used a base. The base color is one of the new Sinful Colors polishes that are out. You see those little specks in there? That's actually in that polish. So it's really cool. I had to pick it up. So I used 2 different vines from various places. And if you see these trumpet flowers, well, I looked up some pictures online of South American trumpet flowers. I didn't put the anthers or stamen or whatever it is in here. I did not stamp that because I didn't see those on the trumpet flowers themselves. So I just tried to copy the flowers as best I could using a gradient. I put one color light on that part of the stamp and then one color dark, scraped together a couple of times, and that's how I got these flowers to be the way that they are. And then for the bottom, the purple, I just stole a little bit from actually, I think it's supposed to be a fountain, or it could be leaves. Anyway, I stole that from this plate so that you've got that little purple, and then I did a little bit of freehand greenery. And of course, I mattified that with my NeVerMind Mattify Me top coat. Let me talk to you about, I'm just going from place to place. I don't want to talk about the koala yet. I guess I have to. Anyway, so the koala, this is a flaky Colores de Carol base here. And there's my layered koala. I made the best I could do. And then as far as the leaves are from plate 7. So, and the koala is from plate 10. So let's put him back and see where we go next. The butterfly thumb. So this is a polish, P-A-H-L-I-S-H. It's an indie polish brand. This is a polish base. I love the flakies in that green. And then as far as the leaves, they're also from plate 7, but the butterflies from plate 7 too. So this is all plate 7. I really like this blue and white on there. And then I used the layered leaves from plate 7 as well. So, and then of course that's a matte top coat. So as far as, let me show you my thumb. This was another thumb image I did. This I did patchwork using the color block method with Scotch tape that I use. You know, you let your base coat dry forever, and then you put this down and you paint maybe some blue down, and then you tear it up. If you get off a little bit as far as your lines go, just use a silicone tool to kind of scrape the paint right back into place. Anyway, so, and then I use those stripes that I've talked about before from that one plate to block off the kind of quilt squares. So that's that one. And then I can talk to you about the jungle print nail. This is one of my favorites. I made a kind of a custom green and brown base here, and then reverse stamped an animal print circle. And then as far as the leaves go, I used 5 or 6 different colors. I worked my way down the nail so that I could properly layer them the way that you would see them from, you know, top down in a forest or something. So there's that one. Yep. And then of course I kept the glossy coat on that. Let's see, what do I have next for you? I have my pink Pascal. He's probably one of my favorite nails I did. I used multiple different kinds of layered leaves, but I did them pink. That's a purple sponge background there. And then here's Pascal. I did him in, I think, super weird light green with a medium green, and then a very, very dark, 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 almost black green. So that's how I did Pascal. And then I'll just tell you with the yellow, with the stylized flowers, this one was from the, which plate? This plate. was from right here, plate 8. And for that one, I placed that stamp, I guess, 6 separate times. And then I put the little dotting tool's worth of green there too. And that's all of them. Oh my goodness. So these layering plates here are my final thoughts. They're super versatile. They're easy to use. If you like layered stamping or you want to learn it, these plates, I think they really are a must-have. I'm somebody who prefers reverse or advanced stamping to layers, but these plates really charmed me, and they were fun to use, and they were really fun to design manis with. I found them, I mean, there's just a lot of depth of variation here, I think. I hope you can see. You know, I had a bit of a problem with this one. I know I've told you multiple times, but it felt so gratifying when I figured it out. I'm sure I could have figured out the macaw and the cockatiel given the right amount of time, I'm sure. Before I go, I'm going to share with you, they had on 8, there are these big bird wings. And I didn't want to use that on that, but I did use it with an image from MoYou Festive 63. We've got a winged cat. I know I had to sneak in something with all this tropical stuff. I had to sneak in something, which is where my heart goes. So I'll try to put this up on Instagram pretty soon so you can see all those stills. Do please let me know what your favorite thing was, if you enjoyed these plates at all. You know, give me a subscribe also if you want to see my next stuff, and click the bell to get notified about things. And don't forget to push the thumbs up. I think I said all the things. Next, I'm working on that traditional galaxy video, and then a video with tips and tricks for stamping nail art for longer nails that has been requested by popular demand. So if you have any requests or something like that for me, of course, please let me know also in the comments below. You can do all sorts of things in the comments. Sunday, 6/19, 4 p.m. Central Time, I'll be doing my next live, finally. So it'll be a surprise topic. It's a surprise to me. And don't forget to check out these plates. I'll see you all soon. I gotta make like a banana and split.